There's 100 dudes in a forest, barehanded, and a silverback gorilla. Who wins?
First of all, I saw gorilla debate as the title. That's why I joined. I was like, I'm a mountain gorilla man myself, right?
Yeah.
But I figured it was this debate I keep seeing jokes about where, like, when I'm picked to be the lead man of the 100 men charge against a gorilla or whatever.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I knew it was a question posed last night, and now I want to ask you because you weren't a part of the debate there.
Oh yeah, no. There's one I just liked where it was like when you're the last man standing, so the gorilla starts speaking English, and it was some Ultron line. It was like, I was meant to be beautiful. Or in someone put in the comments of like, I figured in your last moments you would like to hear your language or your whatever.
Yeah.
100 men versus a gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
Barehanded.
Yep. In a forest.
No prep time.
You're just dropped and said, fight the gorilla.
Do you have the option to makeshift weapons?
Yeah. You've got whatever's around you. I mean, you're in the forest.
Well, I mean, it really depends. Is it a bunch of fucking liberals, dude? If it's a bunch of liberals, it's over.
Your common sample size of men.
Okay, so we got some fat, we got some fit, we got some weak.
Various conditions, various sizes, various weights.
Here's the plan, okay? We picked 10 of the real scrawny, methed out kind of people, and we just feed them to the gorilla. So, right, it's done.
It's over, yeah.
But while that's happening, we makeshift, we get some rocks, we get some sticks, we start making spears, okay?
Okay.
I would say bows, but we won't have anything to make a bow, right? But
maybe
get some big ass sticks, start sharpening them into spears, right? Mm-hmm. And then when those 10 scrawny meth head looking fucks run out, then we send the gay ones because we don't really need them. No, no,
that was going wild.
No, that's wild. But that's the first thing that popped into my head. Okay, sorry, that's my ancestors coming out of me. We just send 10 more, okay, and it's randomly selected. I don't know if you want to draw straws or whatever. Just 10 more. Just maybe the brave ones, the ones that already fashioned their spears. Now we're left with 80, right? Mm-hmm. 80 people with spears and rocks and shit. I think 60 die, but I think 10 make it out of there. 10 or 20 make it out of there. 10 with pretty serious injuries, but yeah.
You've got some pretty good ideas. So when I put this into ChatGPT, it was a bare knuckle brawl in the forest, with a silverback gorilla.
Okay.
ChatGPT said, while most of you will die, you will eventually win.
Some will die. That is a risk.
I think the overview came out to you have to swarm the gorilla, but a good 50 to 60 of people will die, and the rest will live, and some with various levels of injury.
Yeah, some torn rotator cuffs, some busted legs, missing limbs.
Yeah, and when you add a second gorilla, the number skyrockets to 300 people needed to fight two. Or 200 to 300 people needed to fight two of them.
That's depending on if the gorillas work together.
That's a bare knuckle brawl as well. So,
well, that's the thing, right? If you just drop us into a forest, I think humans can overtake any animal.
You're fighting in their natural habitat, so it's a hard one.
Well, yeah, but if it was one human versus a gorilla, no.
Over. Light work. Easy.
It's over.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, humans back in the day would take down mammoths. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that, a group of 10 humans would take down a mammoth,
Yeah, it took tools.
I'm not going to say we're those I'm not saying we're those skilled hunters, but use this. Humans evolved this to be better than everything, okay?
Yeah.
Use it. So that's what I'm saying, It may take a little bit to get the scrawny meth head kids to, go out there and just get killed by a gorilla, but we needed a distraction, dog.
We needed time, and y'all could provide it,
That's what it is. We'll tell stories about you. We'll tell stories about your conquest.
Yes.
Do it. And they're like, yeah. And those, yeah, we'll turn. I don't know why I'm making them like 7-year-old kids. So like, but,
Yeah, let's go fight the gorilla.
now,
It's like, no, you're a snack.
now a gorilla versus 100 fifth graders. That's something I want to see.
Yeah.
That's pay-per-view.
Yes, sir.
If we're ever in a Hunger Games utopia, that's what I want to see.
100 fifth graders and a silverback gorilla.
How many fifth graders do you think you can take on without being overwhelmed?
What is are there any limits to what I can and can't do?
You pull up to a playground and it is a never-ending wave of fifth graders.
Never-ending wave of fifth graders, okay. So I'm grabbing one by the ankles, right?
Right.
And I just start swinging.
Yeah.
And then when that one's done, grab another by the ankles. And we'll just keep going.
Grab two and do a little rocket winter soldier thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then and then you throw them just as far as you can throw them. Look at the ground and go, ah!
And before I get winded and eventually overrun, I probably will last a solid 15 minutes.
You could probably take out a whole school of fifth graders.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Couple hundred, yeah. I'm gonna have a good time though. This is making me excited. You wanna?
No, I don't think I do.
You wanna pull up to a playground with some boxing gloves? Huh?
No, I'm good. I'm actually fine without doing that.